Our latest series at Meck, Reckless Love, has been a fascinating look at the life of the prophet Hosea and God's very unusual ask of him. If you've missed this series so far, you can get caught up on Meck's YouTube or the Meck app. In the first installment of the series, Pastor Jim let us know that the movie Redeeming Love was actually based on this book of the Bible, Hosea. When I first watched the movie, I had some pretty strong opinions, to say the least. For most of the film, I thought that the main girl, Angel, was annoying, stubborn, selfish, flimsy, and just downright unlikable. Frankly, she got on my nerves, and I found myself having neither the patience nor the sympathy for her. But as Pastor Jim led us through the second act of Hosea's story, I find I have pretty much the same feelings about Gomer. It's easy to stick my nose up at these people and scoff at their actions and decisions until it hit me. These stories are representative of a relationship between very real people and a very real God, people including you and me. I know it's easy to separate our lives from the lives of Gomer and Angel because they come across stereotypical and archetypal, but when we really take the time to reckon with our sin and brokenness like we talked about yesterday, we'll find that we aren't so different from them. In fact, maybe we're a lot more alike than we care to admit. So what do we do with that? After we take off the mask that hides all the parts of ourselves that we don't want anyone to see, what comes next? Well, even Angel and Gomer were clearly unloved by their own merit, and they each encountered a love that went deeper than their appearance or occupation or past. The same truth applies to us in a much grander, much more beautiful way. The reality is that out of his love, God pursues us, not because we're lovable, but because he is love. And so when we turn to God and bear all of the ugliness, all the darkness, all the sin that we bring to the table, he doesn't look at us with contempt or turn his nose up in disgust, as we're apt to do with one another. He looks at us with eyes full of love, grace, and forgiveness. This is such good news, that God loves the unlovable, that he pursues the unworthy, that he takes the place of sinners and dies the death that we deserve. How would your life be different if you encountered a God like that? Take some time today to simply thank God for this reckless and redeeming love.